All right, you lot, settle down, settle down. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, especially the ones who still remember what their kids look like. Now I know what you're thinking. Father's Day, how lovely, all that Hallmark bollocks. But let's be honest, yeah, there's a darker, funnier side to this whole charade. So, put down the burnt toast, hide the novelty socks, and buckle up. By the end of this, you'll never look at Father's Day the same way again. Let's start with the commercial carnage, shall we? It's a battlefield out there, a relentless onslaught of advertisements vying for your attention, your money, and your sanity. But let's focus on a particular kind of carnage today. Mother's Day? Forget about it. It's a full-blown marketing extravaganza. You can't escape it. Every store, every channel, every website is plastered with reminders to shower your mom with love and gifts. You can't even see the telly for all the flowers and chocolates and sappy ads with whispering violins. It's like a symphony of sentimentality, designed to tug at your heartstrings and loosen your purse strings. But Father's Day? Crickets. Oh, you might get a half-arsed ad for some power tools or a world's best dad mug that'll be chipped by Tuesday. It's as if the marketing world collectively shrugs and says, that'll do. It's like the marketing world just throws its hands up and says, right dads, you get a pack of socks and a pat on the head. Now bugger off. The effort is minimal, the creativity non-existent. It's almost insulting. I mean, come on. Not even a decent discount on a new lawnmower? Or how about a thoughtful gift that shows some genuine appreciation? It's like dads are an afterthought, a mere footnote in the grand commercial scheme. It's a disgrace, I tell you. A bloody disgrace. Fathers deserve better. They deserve the same level of attention and effort that goes into Mother's Day. It's time to step up the game and give dads the recognition they deserve. So next time you're bombarded with Mother's Day ads, spare a thought for the dads. They deserve more than just a pack of socks and a pat on the head. They deserve a celebration that's just as grand, just as heartfelt, and just as commercialized. Because let's face it, in the world of commercial carnage, everyone deserves a fair fight. And speaking of forgotten heroes, let's talk about the dads themselves, eh? You know, those mysterious creatures who only seem to emerge from their sheds when the Wi-Fi goes out, or there's a suspicious noise coming from the basement. The rest of the year, they're like ghosts, haunting the armchairs and leaving trails of newspapers and empty mugs in their wake. But Father's Day? Suddenly they're front and center, expecting breakfast in bed and maybe a bit of peace and quiet. Newsflash, dads, you snooze, you lose. Which brings us, of course, to the barbecue. Oh, the barbecue, the quintessential summer activity, the heart of every backyard gathering, the place where memories are made, and sometimes where they go up in smoke. The annual pilgrimage to the backyard, where dads across the land are forced to stand over a smoking grill, pretending to enjoy themselves while they incinerate sausages and get splattered with ketchup. It's a rite of passage, a tradition passed down from generation to generation, but let's be honest, it's not always as glamorous as it sounds. Listen, I'm sure some dads love it, yeah? The thrill of the grill, the sizzle of the meat, the aroma wafting through the air. For them, it's a moment of pride, a chance to showcase their culinary skills, to be the hero of the backyard. They relish the opportunity to don their chef hats and take command of the grill. But for the rest of us, it's just another day of forced labor. Except this time, we have to wear a Kiss the Cook apron while we're doing it. It's a performance, a show we put on for the sake of tradition, all while secretly wishing we could be anywhere else. The pressure to deliver the perfect burger, the anxiety of overcooking the steaks, it's enough to make anyone break a sweat. And don't even get me started on the tongs, the tools of the trade, the instruments of our supposed mastery over the flames. You know the ones I mean. Those rusty, bent-out-of-shape tongs that haven't been cleaned since 1987. They're a relic of barbecues past, a testament to the countless meals that have been charred beyond recognition. Those rusty, bent-out-of-shape tongs that haven't been cleaned since 1987. They're a relic of barbecues past, a testament to the countless meals that have been charred beyond recognition. Every time you pick them up, you wonder if this will be the time they finally give out, leaving you to wrestle with the grill bare-handed. It's enough to put you off burgers for life. The charred remains of what was once a perfectly good piece of meat. The disappointment in the eyes of your family as they take that first bite. It's a lot to handle. But despite all the mishaps, the burnt offerings, and the ketchup stains, there's something about the barbecue that keeps us coming back. Maybe it's the hope that this time things will be different. Maybe it's the promise of a perfect burger, cooked to perfection, that keeps us firing up the grill year after year. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the simple joy of being together, of sharing a meal under the open sky that makes it all worthwhile. But the real highlight of Father's Day? The gifts. Oh, the joy of unwrapping yet another tie you'll never wear, or a pair of socks that would make your feet sweat just looking at them. Don't get me wrong, yeah? I'm sure the thought is there, somewhere. Buried deep, deep down, beneath the layers of aftershave that smells like a chemical spill, and the world's greatest farter mugs. It's enough to make you want to join the dads hiding in the shed. At least it's quiet in there. And let's not forget the unspoken competition, shall we? The one between siblings to see who can get away with spending the least amount of money on dear old dad. Oh, I got him this lovely card. Yeah, a card you picked up from the petrol station on the way over. Meanwhile, your brothers managed to find a half-eaten box of chocolates in the back of the cupboard, and he's hailed as the favorite child. It's a jungle out there, dads. A jungle. And then there's the phone call. The dreaded Father's Day phone call. You know the one. The one you make because you feel obligated, even though the conversation will inevitably revolve around the weather, your mother's latest ailment, and how much weight you've put on since they last saw you. You're looking well fed, they'll say, which is grandparent code for, you've piled on the pounds, haven't you? Thanks, Dad. Just what I needed to hear. Of course, no Father's Day would be complete without a healthy dose of DIY disaster. Because nothing says I love you, Dad, like unleashing him on a project that's bound to end in tears, tantrums, and a trip to A&E. Whether it's putting up a shelf that ends up looking like it was installed by a drunk monkey, or attempting to fix a leaky tap that results in a geyser erupting in the bathroom, Father's Day DIY is a recipe for chaos. But hey, at least it gives you something to talk about on the phone next year.
But the real kicker? The real sign that Father's Day is the red-headed stepchild of holidays? No one even knows when it is. Seriously, ask 10 people on your street Father's Day is. I guarantee half of them will look at you like you asked them to solve a quadratic. It's always floating around in that no man's land between May and July, overshadowed by bank holidays and the first whispers of summer. Poor Father's Day, lost and forgot, just Dad's car keys.
And the irony of it all, the biggest joke, Father's Day is supposed to be about equality. In it, about celebrating dads and all that they do. But let's be honest, yeah? It's about as successful as a chocolate teapot in a heat wave. Because at the end of the day, Father's Day is just another reminder that dads are, well, dads. The butt of the joke. The ones who get the short end of the stick. The ones who are destined to spend eternity surrounded by socks, power tools, and the faint smell of burnt sausages. But you know what? Despite all the ribbing, all the jokes, all the socks and the aftershave and the DIY disasters, being a dad is alright, innit? It's a thankless job, sure, but it's our thankless job, and someone's got to do it. So, this Father's Day, let's raise a glass, or maybe just a lukewarm can of lager, to all the dads out there. The good, the bad, and the downright embarrassing. We might not say it enough, but we appreciate you, even if it is just for one day a year. So there you have it. Another Father's Day filled with the usual mix of love, sarcasm, and a touch of dark humor. It's a day where we celebrate the men who raised us, taught us, and sometimes drove us a little bit crazy. The darker, funnier side of Father's Day. It's not just about the heartfelt cards and the obligatory ties. It's about those moments that make us laugh, even if it's a bit at our dad's expense. Remember, dads, it's all in good fun. Mostly. We poke fun at your dad jokes, your questionable fashion choices, and your insistence on using outdated technology, but deep down, we appreciate everything you do. Now, if you enjoyed this descent into holiday hell, where we take a lighthearted look at the quirks and idiosyncrasies of fatherhood, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, because nothing says I love you, Dad, like a virtual thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more darkly humorous takes on life, the universe, and everything. We promise to keep you entertained with our unique blend of satire and sincerity, and don't forget to share it with your long-suffering dad. He might pretend to be annoyed, but we all know he secretly loves the attention. Who knows, it might even make him crack a smile. After all, laughter is the best gift you can give. Right, I'm off to give my own dad a call. It's that time of year when we all make that obligatory phone call, filled with awkward pauses and forced enthusiasm. Or maybe I'll just send a text. Sometimes a quick Happy Father's Day message is all it takes to show you care. He's probably got the shed door locked anyway. It's his way of escaping the chaos and finding a moment of peace. So here's to all the dads out there, locked in their sheds, hiding from the madness. Happy Father's Day, you old sod.